store, and I got the two most nefarious people in the country with me, man. I used to just say the most nefarious man in the country, but I do forget that West Coast mean beyond that, man. So, hey, what y'all boys got going today, man?
Man, I am chilling in like a villain, ready for this game on Thursday, man. Just doing my part as a content creator, you feel me? And letting y'all know that just like the Cowboys is doing double, triple overtime, we all doing double, triple overtime right now because it's crazy because we just had a game yesterday and we already about to be talking about a whole nother team tomorrow. So, I mean, today. So, you ain't got no time to waste, man.
Nah,
Everybody on go right now. Everybody on go.
Mm-hmm.
real talk though.
I mean, that's why I said like it's literally I call this 3 weeks Cowboys on demand because literally like as soon as you're like, man, I wish the Cowboys were playing, damn, they're playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like usually it's about like Cowboys play on Sunday, then like Monday, you're still talking about it. Then Tuesday, Tuesday, you're like, okay, I'm ready. Then by like Wednesday, I'm like, man, I'm tired of talking about these dudes. I'm ready to play these dudes. Thursday, I'm burnt out. Friday, I'm not doing content. Saturday, I make up every excuse not to do content. And then Sunday, here we go, show. All those 2 days get cut right out, and it just goes straight to this Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Cowboys been in that room at Thanksgiving either. I swear, for Jesus.
I know, man. Have a Negro not even want to eat no turkey.
They ruin my.
Because, bro, I'm gonna be honest.
They'll ruin my birthday and Thanksgiving.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna use my one cuss word right now before I get fined. I'm a total asshole, man, when the Cowboys lose on Thanksgiving, bro. Like the food tastes weird. Like I literally just lay on the couch, bro. I be low key in my feelings, bro. And then my grandma coming over want to talk and want to tell me I should be thankful for my kids. I ain't trying to hear
that. Thankful for them tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm always thankful for my kids.
Yeah, don't be trying to come over here and make me feel better. Like, don't be trying to make me feel good. No, I don't want to hear that.
Man. So, hey, let me show some love to some folks in the chat box, then we'll begin, man. I see my boy Carl Main in the building, man. He over there trapped out. Matt Leslie already helping us practice manifestation with the 6 flame emojis. JB2 in the building. Kelvin Hicks. Salute to everybody sliding in, man. Whether you be over there with Wes, whether you be over here with me, whether you be over there with Landlord, man. Just make sure. I usually have this long, drawn-out spiel, but we ain't got that much time. So, everybody, when you slide in, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all hit them cash apps. And make sure you slap the dog shit out of a Commanders fan, man. Because they the villain of the week. They is the ops. And they got to go down just like that. So
hey, Henny, can you do me a huge favor?
What's that?
Because this I need to drive audience to my YouTube anyway. So instead of me going live on Facebook on my phone, this is what I'm gonna do. Can you send me the link to this show that we're on right now? Not the Zoom, not the entrance link, but the link to the actual show that people can watch. And I'm gonna post that on my Facebook, and I'm gonna tell them YouTube exclusive show. And I'm gonna start doing that because Facebook is playing with the money, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Facebook is playing with the church's money. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Oh Lord, no.
You know what I'm saying? They is playing with the church's money. We went to go get a new foundation on the church, and we realized we were short. Somebody been stealing.
They got rid of my ass for doing something.
Facebook, somebody been stealing because their numbers.
They got rid of me for doing something normal. I ain't did nothing now. YouTube,
hey, like Facebook is so gangster. Like, if you start talking about it, they'll turn you off. Hey, ain't that right, landlord? If you talk too much about it, they'll turn your ass off.
They don't get rid of your ass.
Wake up and your whole page be gone, bro.
I just sent you your YouTube link in the group, not on your phone. So you
can send it to my Facebook because I'm using that phone to talk to you.
Send it to the Facebook,
okay. But yeah, we gotta make that. We gotta make that.
Kansas City, man. How y'all liked the city when we went out though? I think
it was a cool little
city. I think it was a cool little city though. Low key.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, man. It wasn't bad. Cowboys click. What's Gucci with you, man?
What's happening with y'all, man? He talking about ladies.
Hey, now that my ticket is busted, and now that my ticket is busted, I'm definitely going for Kansas City to win tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely going for Kansas City.
Now that the ticket is busted,
I was going for Kansas City anyway. I don't know what I got all kind of.
I can see them winning now. Hey, listen to me. Now that my ticket is busted, I can actually see Kansas City winning now.
Well, listen. If we're being technical, this is the best defense on paper that they played. They got the second best scoring defense in the National Football League, Kansas City Chiefs. So like they give up only about 16 points per game. They've been on it. So I want to see what the Philadelphia Eagles do, but it's cool hoping that the Eagles lose, but none of that matters. The Dallas Cowboys do not handle business these next 2 games, and we gotta beat we gotta win these next 3 games to make it matter. We gotta beat the Commanders who we're finna talk about. We gotta beat.
But can I ask you a question first before you talk about? Can I ask you a question? Because there is a rumor going around, and I think we do need to address this rumor because we are a factual-based show. Is it true that if Philadelphia does win tonight, is it true that it is basically a lock that the Cowboys are going to be a wild card? No. I think that is something. I think that is something we can definitely talk about. Like there is implications if Philadelphia wins or loses. You know what I'm saying? This games. So let's talk about the win, and then let's talk the loss. Obviously, it benefits us because we are how many games behind right now? I think we need to have playoff conversations. We need to have a playoff conversation every single show that we ever have because we are so close to the playoffs that we just got to have it now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, Cowboys are currently the 5th seed. If we were to play the playoffs today, I'll let Henny because he's more factual than me. We're the 5th seed, though, right?
We're currently the 5th seed. If it was to start today, then we would be playing the Saints in New Orleans because they are the 4th seed. But no,
I wouldn't mind staying there. I ain't gonna lie.
I would because hear me out.
You said you wouldn't?
I don't want to stay at the 5th seed.
All right.
So hear me
out.
I'm
gonna hear you out. Go ahead.
Hear me out. The Eagles winning does not lock us into a wild card seed at all, because all they actually have to do is lose one of their next 3 games, and for us to beat them, then we would have the same record at that point, and it will come down to tiebreaker at that point. We'll have to win some more NFC games. We got to hope that they lose to really what we want them to do is want them to lose to the Commanders, not the Commanders, but like the 49ers. We want them to get upset by the Seattle Seahawks. We want them to lose to us, of course. Like those are the games that matter in the grand scheme of things. Because even if they beat the Kansas City Chiefs and they drop one of these other games, and then we beat them, and we don't lose no other games, we'll have the same record. So we need some tiebreaker stuff, some different things like that.
Unless they just dropping a lot of games, period. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna get to that. So the Dallas Cowboys, our chances get better with them losing this game.
My bad.
You're good, but overall, it's not going to knock us out of the playoff picture. We'll still be playing for the 1st seed, until later into the season. Because I still don't believe that the Philadelphia Eagles are only going to lose 1 game, right? And I still feel that the Dallas Cowboys can and will beat them when they come to AT&T Stadium, where we're a completely different team. So
yeah, I feel like they're gonna lose a couple.
He said, "Yeah, I feel that way." Now, like he said, that loss to the Cardinals stings a little bit because that's another NFC loss. We already have 3 losses in the NFC because of that drop game against the Arizona Cardinals, and the Eagles' only loss this year was against an AFC opponent, so they currently have no NFC losses. So it's going to be difficult, but it won't be impossible, especially when it's a team that you're playing again. Now, if we lose to the Eagles, when it comes down to when it comes down to this rematch, then yes, it's going to be next to impossible. You're playing for a wild card at that point, and that makes the game against the Seattle Seahawks. And listen, the game against the Seattle Seahawks is already a must-win. So you got to make sure you beat the Seattle Seahawks, who are still vying for that wild card, because they know they're not going to win their division, but they're still vying for a wild card spot. You got to make sure that you beat them. And that way, you'll pretty much be locked into the 5th seed with a win over the Seattle Seahawks and another loss or 2 by the Minnesota Vikings, which is why I needed them to lose last night.
Now let's get into these Commando.
Man, I need Minnesota to win for my ticket, bro. That's messed up, bro. Yeah, I really be acting. Like, listen, man. Yes. I feel like don't nobody care about my parlay ticket but me, man. That's
You're
messed
right.
up. No, I'm saying, man, because listen, if I hit one of these tickets, man, I'm taking care of everybody, man. Everybody go.
And I know I wouldn't get in. You been hitting on tickets for 55 years, nigga.
You ain't gonna see that boy no more.
That man,
you gonna be like, man,
y'all act like I'm gonna get some money and move on out the hood and start acting different or something.
You gonna be like, I got my money and I was gone.
I got my money and I was gone.
You was like, Wesley did a show all week. What Wesley?
I ain't seen Wesley last year, man. What's going on?
Maybe the game know. Maybe the game know that. Like, hey, now that y'all say that, that's messed up, man. Y'all got me crying right now. Maybe the game know that. West hit a ticket too big. He ain't coming. He gonna be
coming back. He's gonna be gone for a while.
I don't even call landlord.
Be like, all right, playoff football. Like, dang, where's you been gone that long?
Yeah, man. God dang, Josh. I still rock with you, Josh.
Hey, but let's go ahead and jump into it, man. So the Commanders were out there commandering, and they lost to the New York Giants.
That's unbelievable to me. Now, not saying that I felt like the Giants, the Commanders was this Super Bowl team, but man, to lose to the Giants, to get beat, they got thoroughly beat by the Giants. Nah, it wasn't no last second field goal, no unexpected sneak attack. They just got beat. That's crazy.
They ain't a good team though. Washington ain't no good team. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, in theoretics, like I think I'm more surprised by the Giants not being good than I am Washington losing because I thought that the Giants was going to be, if they lost in the second round of the playoffs last year, I would think the Giants right now are probably the biggest, the biggest like disappointment outside. I want to say Cincinnati, but you can't say Cincinnati. Well, yeah, you can because Joe Burrow, they started quarterback. Yeah, both their quarterbacks is down too though.
Yeah. The thing about the Giants, though, I ain't gonna cap. I felt like it was fluke last year anyway. So I ain't gonna set up here and be like they was up here. They was up here and then they just I felt like they was down here the whole time. They just got a favorable matchup. Minnesota don't know how to play football. And
Minnesota won like 9 one-possession games. You knew that shit was not sustainable.
Yeah, it was kind of fluky, bro, for them to even get that far. To me, I never believed in Daniel Jones. Not a day in his life.
The 2 times they played real teams, they played the Eagles, they got smacked, they played us, we 40-burgered them.
But man, imagine if the Cowboys would have got that though. Imagine if we could have we would have went to Minnesota, then went to Philadelphia, bro.
We can't Cowboys would have went to Super Bowl last year. We can't get those lucky draws, man. We can't get them lucky pull-up draws.
Cowboys would have went to the Super Bowl last year.
Man, real talk.
Okay, this quick before we get deeper into it. How would y'all feel if we got an easy path? How would y'all feel? Because some people, I'm telling you,
I want an easy path.
Listen, it's some Cowboy fans who be like, y'all ain't beat the Niners. I wouldn't care how we get though.
In a perfect world, hopefully the Eagles or the Niners get knocked off. You gotta be real. Like, unless you're the number 1 seed, you're gonna be on the road, bruh. Like, people don't give Cowboys enough credit for what we were trying to do last year. We were trying to win, theoretically, 3 playoff games on the road. We were not going to have a playoff game at AT&T at all. To get to a Super Bowl, we were going to have to do 3, right? Well, we got to 2. And then think about this. You had to go through the number 1 defense at their house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's like, you want to get, like, if we win that Super Bowl last year, Cowboys win it, bro, they don't give us no more respect the next year if you win it on an easy path. So what I say is, man, hopefully you get lucky and the game do knock you out sometimes. Like some of them years where the Lakers didn't have to play the Spurs, salute.
That would have been.
You get what I mean? Like sometimes it be like that.
Me and Landlord already had that conversation. I was talking about my Mavericks winning because the Spurs got upset in the first round by the 8 seed Grizzlies.
By the Grizzlies, yeah.
And that was our worst matchup. We went on. We beat the Portland Trailblazers. We swept the Lakers, and then we beat KD and the Thunder in 5.
Yeah, like you said, that was the worst matchup for the Spurs. Like we was a finesse team. Them boys were playing backyard chain net basketball against us.
Right now, I'm hoping that. Listen to me. I'm not. Listen. I'm gangster. I'm with it. I get out there in the street. I take my shirt off, fight a couple dudes over a couple sub situations. But listen, I also learned that at my age, man, it's good to just be smart sometimes. And you know what? Smart football says, man, I'm hoping that something happens with the 49ers and somebody else play them. Because listen,
sometimes it's better to be lucky than good too.
Yes, because man, I'm gonna tell you, I can't wait. I wish we could have, like, we always, the thing that sucks about being in a season is you always got to talk about the next team you got to play. But when the next team is trash, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? So since that's the situation here now, listen, I don't fear any team under any situation with Dak Prescott, but there is one defense that makes Superman look like a regular dude, and that's that San Francisco 49er defense. And my cousin said something. He coined this statement. He had to put it on the shirt. He was mad and he was yelling and screaming. He probably don't remember. He was drunk off of the deceleration and everything else in life. He said, man, I don't give a damn about no damn Eagles. Somebody to tell me how we figure out how to beat that 49er defense. And I'm going to be honest with you. That right there, honestly, minimized everything else in the world to me. Like, you're absolutely right. Like, nothing of this other stuff matters. We need to figure out, and also not only to figure out, but we need to use these games. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. Now that I'm thinking about that, last night's game to me was little of a disappointment because the Cowboys could not run the ball, right? But in games where you can't run the ball, bro, you know what you should have did that fourth quarter? Ran the ball. The game is in hand. Like what? Like the one thing I would say about the Cowboys that we got to do better in these games that we're blowing teams out. Because listen, Dak has actually sat on the bench a lot this year. Why? Because we've been up so much.
Six games. My question
is this: pull Dak out, but bro, you still need to be running Tony Pollard. Like, we need to be force feeding Tony Pollard 100-yard games right now. Like, we need to be force feeding Rico Dow 100-yard games right now.
Speaking we just can't. Dow, he hurt right now, right? That might be.
Yeah, he ain't look hurt to me, man.
Oh, he got a DNP this time around. So like,
I believe it, but I'm just saying yesterday when he was running, he didn't look hurt to me. And I even said that as an excuse. I said, you know what? Maybe Rico's hurt. That's the reason why he didn't play. Then they gave him all them carries at the end. They basically treated him like he was a backup running back yesterday.
Before we get too far into it, because we need a random show just where we just talk that talk. But we got to talk about Washington, y'all. We do. We have
You're right.
to.
All right, don't worry. I already got 2 slides for everything that we need to know for the Washington Commanders on this mug.
Let's do it.
I did a little bit of leg work before I came in this mug. So yes. So this right here says Howell in shambles. So if you look at the top, this man has been sacked 51 times.
Wait a minute, Hen. Wait a minute. Does that say 51 sacks? I'm just trying to make sure my eyes working right.
Your eyes work good. We ain't
that boy Henny made a whole slide. Oh hell yeah, we for sure talking about the Commanders. Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
I made it easy for us. So I know how this shit goes.
Hey, leave that slide up too. I like that.
Then he got him on the ground looking like a failure too. I love it. Go ahead.
When I'm talking about getting sacked 51 times, I could not find a picture of him throwing the ball triumphantly and stuff. You know what I'm talking about? I had to go and find.
That boy looking like a failure right now, boy. That boy looking for searching for that L right now.
So listen, I'm sorry, man. You're good. But no, he is the most sacked. He is the most sacked quarterback in the National Football League. In his defense, he has played one more game than some people. He's played in 11 games at this point. But still,
when they buy him,
they ain't happening.
Damn. They need one.
They need Jesus. They only need to buy. But speaking of most sacked, he is also the most pressured quarterback in the National Football League. He has been pressured 122 times. So listen, do you remember this last game that I was talking about when I said the Dallas Cowboys were gonna go crazy on Bryce Young because the Commanders make that offensive line look like the Dallas Cowboys great wall from back in the day. These boys are awful in protecting their quarterback. These guys are awful in keeping him off of his back. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be rough for the man. And listen, I know it's Eric Bieniemy. They're gonna throw the football. He has the most passing attempts of any quarterback in the National Football League. Now, listen, he also leads the NFL in passing yards. but he also throws the ball the most. He also has thrown the most interceptions in the National Football League. So listen, he's throwing the ball a lot. He's getting sacked a lot. He's getting hit a lot. He's under a lot of pressure, and he's turning the ball over. So yes, he throws for a bunch of yards. They don't win a bunch of games. And to put it into perspective, he has one less passing touchdown than Dak Prescott in one extra game.
You see how many pass attempts though? Good grief. They don't care about the well-being of this young man at all. Like, okay, you got them, you the most sacked, the most pressured, and you still got the most pass attempts.
Still got the most pass attempts.
With the most interceptions. They don't care over there. They just like, hey, let's just do whatever we do.
And the crazy thing about it, they're not very efficient in throwing the ball down the field. You know, like you would think that they got all these fast wide receivers. They got Jahan Dotson. They got Scary Terry. They got the boy Brown, the Money Brown. And they are having issues connecting on the deep ball. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure what the disconnect is. But, you know, like they have issues pushing the ball down the field. That's good for us, right? Nobody want to get hit over the top. But, you know, they have not put that together. Maybe part of it is the protection. Maybe part of it is his is him seeing the field. I'm not really sure. But, you know, he just threw 3 interceptions against the Giants last week. Well, this last game. I say last week. It was just yesterday, but you know. So what are your thoughts? I want to go down the list. I want to know what y'all think about some of these numbers I threw out. I'm going to start with you, Wes. Landlord, I'm gonna go with you. And then we're gonna I'm gonna wrap it
up. 51 sacks, that's 5.5 sacks a game that they're giving up. The fact that they're still able to throw the ball so many times, that's kind of crazy. The fact that they're choosing, but I mean, the first thing I thought about is like, dang, what is the running back doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're going to, huh?
Brian Robinson ain't bad. The sad thing is Brian Robinson has not, and he's their starting running back. He's a prospect out of Alabama. Landlord is very familiar with him. He has not had a 100-yard rushing game yet. However, in the Seattle game, he did have 116 yards receiving and a receiving touchdown.
So they're not getting nothing from the run game either then.
They just want to throw the ball, bro. That would sound like to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
it seems like no matter what the circumstances, they throwing the ball. That would it sound like.
And listen, this team is like Jekyll and Hyde. I'm not going to just come in here and poo-poo on a divisional opponent because we seen them take the Eagles to the edge in 2 games. They took them to overtime in 1 game, and the Eagles still needed another game-winning drive in the other game they played. And I also seen the same team get swept by the New York Giants.
They are Harvey Dent, Two-Face. That's who they are. Yeah, for sure. Because look, they play the Eagles with the life of them. Like they play the Eagles. They had some good games against the Eagles, bro. Like no lie, if you seen one of them games, like they actually played a good game against the Eagles both times. Like it was you never knew who was gonna win them games. Like neither one. I think the Eagles won at a last-second field goal the last time, didn't it?
It was something crazy.
Yeah, like they badly beat them boys.
Like both times, like one time they went to overtime, and the other time it was crazy. And Danny DeVito did throw 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was perfect. And you got to think about it. That man got sacked 9 times and still tore them boys up.
This week, last week.
Yeah, the Vito from the Giants, the Vito from the Giants got sacked 9 times, and he still threw 3 passing touchdowns.
How many times we sacked this ass?
Like 4. That's why Micah Parsons was pissed.
Man,
listen, I told y'all going into this, we were going to the stretch where we played the 3 worst lines in the National Football League. At the time that I gave y'all the stat, the Giants had the worst line in the National Football League. They gave up the most sacks. The Commanders gave up the 2nd most sacks, and then we turned right back around. And I will talk about the Panthers. They gave the 3rd most sacks. So you know this was the stretch of time where I said Micah Parsons will be making his Defensive Player of the Year candidacy known. Well, shit, he didn't do what he thought he should do the first game, and then he turned right back around and had 3. I think they took 2.5. They took a half a sack from my boy.
Yeah, but, it's a career day though.
It was a career day, and he could probably have an even better day against this line because it's even worse than the offensive line that we just played.
I ain't gonna lie, I like what I seen from Michael.
I mean, everybody should.
I like to see him. I like him from the linebacker spot, like. I like how they deployed him last game though. That's the Micah Parsons I kind of envision. Cause look, think about it. Even if he pass rush, cause this another. I'm talking myself out of dominant defensive end Micah. Okay, I'm trying to talk myself out of this because we need a linebacker. So I'm doing this. Okay, listen. Even if he do rush 50, 60 times a game, he probably gonna get like 3, maybe a sack or 2, right? Mm-hmm. But if you can manufacture those 2 sacks without him blitzing every play or rushing every play, it's the same difference. And then you get a dope linebacker too. What you think about that?
That's what I mean. That's the only. I mean, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to get a sack from the middle linebacker position because unless you are actually blitzing.
Yeah, they sending them though. They sending them though.
Yeah, he gonna be at least 3.
What about now?
What's the thing though? This is the thing though. Like right now for Micah Parsons, like I'm not even tripping on the sacks, bro. I will take him just filling a gap, meeting a running back, and just smacking his ass. Because like there were times in this past game where like Micah just read the wrong gap. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if middle linebacker, like it's okay. Like Micah doesn't have to, if he's at the middle linebacker position, he doesn't have to get sacks because that's not a middle linebacker stat. But he can definitely get some good reading where he reads the hole the right way and then feels the goal and then bow. He stops the running back right there.
I'm just trying to have the cake and eat it too. Like I'm trying to find a middle ground. That's what I'm doing.
He'd be the greatest player. I mean, middle linebackers just don't get sacks. They too far off the ball.
But they ain't Micah Parsons though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they set Micah up the A gap doing stunts. Like that could be productive. You know what I'm saying? Because all I'm saying is all you need is like a sack or 2 a game. Because that's what he usually get. You know what I'm saying? But he do need some pressures though.
Let me tell you something. Micah Parsons is trying to keep his linebacker snaps as low as humanly possible. So when he goes to the contract table, like, hey man, 80-90% of my snaps are on the defensive line. I'm a defensive lineman. I'm gonna be paid as an edge rusher.
Okay, pause right there though. Do you care about that? Because I feel like this team need a linebacker.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but he's not. But see, that's the thing about it. Micah Parsons is not as good of a defensive end as he's not as good of a linebacker as he is a defensive end. So it's like I'm okay with I'm okay exactly. Like I'm okay with I'm okay with finding a better linebacker than Micah Parsons at middle linebacker. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. I think that Micah Parsons is smart enough to know that he knows that he's not a good middle linebacker. Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing about
the ball on his development for sure.
Yeah, professional athletes, man, they are either very cognitive of their growth or they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan Poole thinks that he's freaking LeBron. You know what I'm saying? He's a dude that's not cognitive of what he is. You know what I'm saying? I think Micah Parsons knows what he is. And I think that he understands that he's like, bro, I seen it on that game, man, like reading holes and then he cheated over on one play. And he still read it wrong. And it's like, I look at it and it's like, man, for a career, Micah Parsons wouldn't be looked at Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons would not be looked at as Raekwon Smith as a middle linebacker. He wouldn't be looked at as one of these dudes. He wouldn't be.
I think it's possible if he would have played the whole time, never leaving though. I think he'd be that dope by now.
That's not the case though.
It ain't the case. We definitely behind the 8-ball. I actually had a whole show about this one time. I was saying me and Coach Marv, I think you was there too, and I believe, because I was like, we behind the 8-ball in developing him as a linebacker. We are. That's a given right there.
I mean that ship has sailed, but the ship that is in the harbor and docked up right now is 15 sack Micah Parsons. He already at 10.
Think about this. Okay. Every time we try to give him a linebacker.
I don't mean to cut you off. Go ahead. West Coast got a
no, finish. No, I'm just saying. No, finish. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, we finna get ready to do. But I was about to say everything we tried for Micah Parsons as a linebacker failed. Like not saying that it was terrible, but we tried to give him the mic. That didn't work. We had to take it back. we had to take the mic back from him. Like, nah, Michael, we just want you to just go run that ball and get ball. Know what I'm saying? So it was very young in his career. I'm not saying that he's not capable of it, but at that time, we was like, nah, we just gonna let Curse get it. And then DeMarcus Lawrence got hurt. So he do got like a situational type, like it's a weird situation that happened for him. Because I don't know if DeMarcus Lawrence didn't get hurt, maybe we didn't just camp him out at defensive end. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we did still try to force him to be a linebacker. Who knows? I don't know if it was a case of circumstance or just fate or something. I don't know.
You got time to get through this last slide, dude?
Go ahead.
Here.
Do you think he would have been, if we had a healthy DeMarcus Lawrence at that time, you think he would have been a linebacker or a DN? Because we needed a DN
I
at the
think
time.
he would have always been a DN because I think Micah always wants to be in DN. So the Cowboys could have put him wherever they wanted to do, but I think Micah would have did the exact same thing he's doing right now, and that's telling y'all he wants to be. Like, the money is too ridiculous, bro. It's too ridiculous. It's too noticeable. You ain't. And then, you know what I'm saying? I think that's another reason why, I think it was important for himself to get his podcast, because he knew that he needed an audience. You know what I'm saying? So when the Cowboys start shooting, he can shoot back.
Start hating on him, he'd be
there's no way. There's no way. Like, we can. I mean, look at this thing. Micah Parsons making $20 million a year. Doesn't even sound right, bro. Like, it don't even sound right, bro. Micah Parsons, a $20 million. No, he's more than that, bro.
Let's get to that slide though, man. My phone just died. It's urgent stuff now.
Oh Lord.
You said my phone just died. It's urgent.
It's terrible now.
Hey,
go ahead.
So this is how they manage on defense. I said not commanding respect. They've allowed the most passing touchdowns in the National Football League at 24. They've allowed the second most passing yards in the National Football League with 2,844. And if you thought they were good at anything, they ain't. They 22nd in run defense. They've allowed 1,257 yards.
Wait a minute here. I'm starting to think that these slides is like a diss track. Like, did you make a diss track on the bike? I mean, whoever these people is, the Commanders. Did you make I'm about to call them a Vikings again. Did you make a Commanders diss track? That's what you did.
I will neither confirm nor deny these accusations that you were bringing out there.
Because you didn't highlight them good at all. Like, they just, well, maybe you can't highlight them good if they just bad. So maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Saying. Like, I can't come out here and tell y'all all this great shit about a team
if it don't exist.
If it don't exist.
That boy Hen made a Commanders diss track. That's terrible. Worst scoring defense in the NFL. 27.7.
27.7.
I mean, you're not good if you're playing on homecoming. If you play a team on homecoming, they ain't good. And if you play a team on Thanksgiving, they ain't good. Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. We got set up 1 year with Cole Beasley now, but other than that, we play Washington the most on Thanksgiving. I bet we probably in the history books we probably played them the most.
Yeah, because in a racially equal NFL where they try to be as sensitive as everything, they love to see Cowboys versus Indians.
Oh Lord, I remember that shit too.
Yep, he trying to get us canceled. I knew it.
I'm out.
But did he lie though?
Come on, bro. Like, come on now.
Look, what get canceled the most? The truth.
Cowboys versus Indians. That's why.
That boy Hen made a diss track. That's crazy.
Man, they sorry. But I will go live again at some point and bring some more in-depth stuff at one point. But
if Philadelphia wins, I think everybody going live later on in an hour. So I ain't even gonna lie, that's gonna be weird.
If they lose though, like shit, we gonna come back live.
I might go live if they lose. If they win, I ain't saying that. When they leave, I ain't. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be right back talking.
I'll be saying again. I'll be talking again. You know what I'm saying?
But all right, man.
I wish them the worst of luck. No injuries, but I just wish, like, soon as they hike the ball, it just magically drop out their hand. You know what I'm saying? When they throw the ball, it just happened to be an interception every time. I just like stuff like that. No injury. No injury. Hate. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to be healthy.
Indeed, man. But hey, everybody let them know. Hey, let them know that y'all gonna be live again, man.
I will be live in the morning unless some emergency or something happens, but I'll be live at my normal time, 10 a.m. Fashionably late, so that's about 10:14.
About right.
Well, I'll probably be live at 11 a.m. around my time, Central Time. That's when I usually do my shows. So, come tap into the trap. Appreciate y'all.
And man, I'll be live at about 6:15, 6:30.
6:30?
6:30.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
but man, y'all grade Hen diss track because that was a diss track. I ain't gonna count to you. Like that could have been on the Smack DVD. Y'all remember them? That could have been on the Smack DVD. You could have been battle. You could have been dissing somebody. Hen. That's crazy.
man,
You could have threw them boys a bone now. You know what I'm saying? You could have threw them a bone. Said Sam Howell got this many touchdowns or something. That boy said, man, he is terrible. They are awful and they suck. Like that.
I didn't say all that. I said they be throwing picks. They can't protect their quarterback, and you know they elbows ashy.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
Well, shoot, man. You guys already know. We already know what it is, man.
All right.
Never look down because the stars up. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.